What's going on, YouTube? Matt from damn thing was in my way. Matt from GarageMC here. What's going on with you guys? Yeah, did you notice the commercial when you clicked on the video? Yeah, your boy got monetized. Dude, great timing with that shit too, because we're starting a 465 build. Let's talk about a few things with this real quick, because I got a ton of prep I still got to do, man. I totally forgot where I left off with this thing, and it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff, but there's a bunch of stuff that we could prep while we're waiting on other things. I got to have the cases vapor blasted. I still have to go to my local cycle shop and get the cases milled out for the 465 stroker kit, but I believe the owner of the cycle shop is going to let me film, so if you guys are curious like I am of what part they actually mill out on those things for that, which to me it almost looks like it just fits in there the way it is. So I'm a little curious. I can't get a definitive answer on what actually gets milled. If any of you guys watch and have a 465ex and you built it, you know what I'm talking about, drop a comment down there, man. To all my subscribers and all my new subscribers, guys, I read and answer all of my comments. Not one of them goes by me without getting read and answered by me. So drop your comment down there. Anyway, in today's video, this is what we're doing. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so I got what I could start doing here. I got the plastics on. Now, these plastics are Mayer replacements. The rears are, you know, they're like the OEM rears. Obviously, it doesn't have the warning embossments and where the warning plate goes here. I don't like that stuff on there. The front are the race-style front fenders. But here's the thing with this, guys. I bought these from eBay, okay? So my advice to you, you're not really saving much money buying them off eBay, because usually the ones you get on eBay are blemishes. So black plastics are like super hard to keep looking clean and not getting scuff marks like you see this. This is exactly how I received them. So whether that be from sitting in the bag and shipping and moving around, which is kind of what it looks like. I mean, some of this gets a little, I don't know how much justice the camera's going to do picking that up. I mean, I could see it on the screen, so I'm sure you guys are seeing what I'm looking at. So I did a quick little test piece over here. Oh, what I was saying, advice, guys, if you're going to get Mayers, just go to the Mayer website or however. I'll see if I can locate what the website actually is and edit it across the screen here. Not sponsored, obviously. So just go straight through the supplier. Because the ones you see on eBay, they're blemishes. I know you see a whole shitload of them. Price looks good. I don't think they're any more expensive just buying them directly. So, anyway, here's this side here. I sprayed it down with some plastic cleaner first to get any dust and anything off of there. Because if you're going to do any type of buffing or rubbing or anything like that on it, especially on these black plastics, even just using a microfiber towel, you're going to put little micro scratches in it. So I don't know if I can get you guys a shot here. Let me see. See, like all those little fine scratches? That's just for me. Like, I don't really think it matters what we do. I'm going to end up with at least that. But obviously, I want to get these marks out of here. Like, look at these in here. So, anyway, let's talk about this for a second. And then, I didn't even figure out what to do yet. But I have an idea, and I figured, you know what? Let's do it on camera. Because in case I mess it up, you guys can get a laugh with me. At $600 I wasted. First things first, guys. Let's, guys and girls. Sorry, ladies. I always forget to say guys and girls. I'm just always assuming it's guys that are in the quads. Any ladies watching that ride quads, go ahead and drop a comment down. You guys, you females are more than welcome here to enjoy the content. All right. So this is where your boy goes nuts. All right. Whenever I start getting into something, I'll buy every trinket and toy and thing you could possibly think of to do the same shit. So, let's talk about these pads. Why are they different colors? Well, black to me feels like the softest. So, let's see if I can give you guys a little comparison here. These two feel kind of similar. So, these are 3-inch pads. Yes, I have 4-inch, 5-inch, 6-inch, 6.5, 8-inch. Everything you can possibly imagine. I got, where are they at? I have a polishing tool. Where the hell is it? Whatever. we're not talking about that right now. All the different size Velcro pads that go into impact guns or into a drill, or you know, this is like a drill style. This is like an impact style. But all right, so you can see this is pretty soft. This is pretty soft. The softer the pad, it is more for polishing. And then you have your wool pads. These are for more or less what we're going to be doing, especially with the black plastics. I'm going to want something really soft. So what I'm going to be using here is the 3-inch pad, which is like a wool pad. That's for polishing. If you're going to be doing something like trying to get scratches out, which actually, you know, this might be what I go for here, because I mean, I could always fix it. It'll be a lot more work, but let's see if you guys can see if I can convey how the difference of the texture is. Like the orange is more rough, so that would be for cutting using a compound. So I'm putting the same amount of pressure here. You can see I'm going about 1/3 of the way into the thickness of it. So you can see like it's pretty dense. So you come over here, this is a little softer. Like with the same amount of pressure, I can go all the way down on it. This I'm pushing and I'm not. I'm going about halfway, going full force. The black is even more. Here, let me get you one that's not like a egg foam style. These are really soft. This is a little stiffer. This, like I said, is for cutting. There's other colors too. There's yellow. That's a little bit stiffer than the blue, and then there's green, which that feels kind of soft too. But from what I've noticed so far, the black is the softest. It also has like a slightly different texture. It doesn't feel as like rough as the blue one. But anyway, all right, so orange pads, I need a 3-inch one. So we're gonna go with this one, I guess. Let's I mean, maybe we should try a blue one first. I'm gonna try, blue isn't for cutting, but being it's black plastics and plastic is soft, I'm gonna go with this. The tool I'm gonna use, I have 2 of these guys, are Dremel Versa. I think you can get them anywhere from like $30 to $60, depending on if they're on sale or not. I usually buy 2 of these. They're rechargeable with a micro. I have 2 because when one dies, I have another one already ready to go. I mean, you can get it done with one though. They actually last a while. Yes, the battery life does diminish the older they get, but it's cheap. Anyway, all right, let's try cutting this with a softer pad. So first thing I'm gonna go for, compounds. These are for like taking out scratches. I mean, you can see by the picture, you know, it's usually not that simple as it shows it, but they have different levels of these. Some are more gritty than others. Some are like a deep cut. Some are, you know, a light cut. This is like I would say it's something they would sell safely at Walmart, and they would feel safe that somebody's not going to ruin their paint and try and blame them. Yes, you still can, so I don't think, you know, you could just go ham on something and it ain't going to mess it up. This, like if you were doing this on a car or something, you could burn through your clear and get down to the paint, and then obviously you won't have a shine. So I had sprayed the plastics down with the plastics cleaner first, got any of the dust off of it, any little pieces. Got this on the pad. Sometimes you could apply it to the panel and then wipe it around. I like to put it on the pad because I like to get the pad a little soaked. But let's see here. So this is like our target area, guys, to see if this will work with the cutting polish there. So, all right, or the compound, sorry. I like to just move it around a little bit before I turn the tool on. You can see I have this bag on the seat still because of this will fling stuff everywhere. So, you know, just always keep that in the back of your mind. Plastics, like I said before, guys, these are soft and it's very easy to mess these up. If you stay in one spot, this spinning causes friction. Friction is heat. Heat melts plastic. You can burn a hole in it and you'll know it real quick. Is it forgiving? Yes, you can work around it, but all right, let's stop talking, Matt. So you always want to keep moving. Keep it moving. I like to do like a grid pattern. I'll go up and down, and obviously you can see where I was with the tool already. This little Dremel Versa tool, guys, I love this thing. I use it all of the time. All the time. So I'll go back and forth a few times, and then we'll cross it left to right. I mean, you can get real fancy. You can start going diagonally. You know what I mean? So now this is one of those things where, you know, you can always do more, but you know you can't take any away if you do too much. So do a little bit, sample it, see if it's doing what you want, and then you can always add more if it wasn't enough. Alright, so I think it's doing what we want it to do. If this isn't going to work, I'm going to go to a slightly stiffer pad. But this is in real time too, guys. I didn't skip through any of this. So you guys can see. I know a lot of people put videos up and you're like, damn, what did you do in between there? Like, I don't understand. You didn't show me this, you didn't show me that. Believe me, I know. All I watch is YouTube, guys. So I'm on your side. I know what I like, at least. I'll give a little extra spot, see if this does it for us. I may have used a little too much. A little bit goes a long way with this stuff, but I mean, stuff's not cheap, but it's not expensive either. A bottle of that's like anywhere from $15 to $20, depending on where you get it. Walmart probably be a little cheaper. End up going like Advanced Auto or AutoZone or something like that. They tend to be a little bit more expensive. All right, so down in the comments, guys, let me know what you think. Do you think using this blue pad and with some compound did what we're trying to do, or do you think we should have used a cutting pad? That's why I said you can always add more. You can't take any away. That's why I'm shooting for it with the softer pad first. Then we'll go to the cutting pad if need be. Another tip for you guys: if you are working on something like this, I always keep different color microfiber towels around. Like this blue one was for the plastic cleaner, the spray. This one I know is for taking off wax or compound. So I let this dry. You want to let it wait till it gets to a haze. You don't have to. You're just going to scrub it more if you don't wait for it to dry. Then you're probably going to have streaks anyway when what's left does dry, the parts that you missed, and you're going to miss some. So, yeah, put your comment down there, man. You think this worked, or we're going to have to keep going here? Let's find out. Maybe I didn't wait for this to dry long enough because it's still streaking. It is cold, man. I've asked you guys in other videos, man. Let me know where you guys at. What do you ride? And what was the first video of mine you seen? Drop it down in the comments, man. I will read it and I will answer you. Alright, so we gotta let that dry a little bit longer so we get those streaks, but it looks like it did improve from what I can see. Let me take you guys off the tripod so you can get a little different angle of reflection with me here. Those streaks you're seeing, that's just because the compound isn't fully dry yet. It looks like it took some of it out. It's a lot better than it looked. Don't forget, this is pretty much what it looked like this side here. So we'll let that dry for a little bit. I'm going to give it like 5 minutes and I'll turn the camera back on and pick back up with you guys. Hopefully we are dry enough now. It's been like another 5 to 10 minutes. Just took a break for a second here. So, alright, let me put you guys on the tripod so I can use both my hands here. Boom. Alright. Now I'm kind of like a little apprehensive of pushing too hard to scrub on these plastics. As like I said before, man, black plastics, they are just so hard to keep scratch free. Maybe that's why this one already came with a little gouge in it. You know, it's already done for us. We don't have to worry about putting the first scratch in it. Yeah, that's unacceptable. I'll have to be taking that out now too. That's great. All right, we are still streaking here, but good news is it did remove some of, I guess let's call them rub marks, because that's definitely what it looks like, man. So, all right, yeah, it took some of it out. Either we'd have to probably do it 2 more times with that blue pad. I think I'm going to opt for going to let me try another try another dry microfiber. That one just, maybe it's too damp with that stuff. When you guys are polishing, man, sometimes I see it's almost like you get a little better results when you use the cloth folded up like this. Yeah, it took some of it out. Not enough though, not up to my standards. You guys know we've been working on this quad, or talking. I can't say we've been working on. We've been talking about this quad for quite a while. I was looking at some of my purchase history, and I started buying parts for this thing like 5 months ago. So this has been long overdue, and it deserves more justice and a better finish than that, if you ask me. All right, let me go to another pad. Let's go over to this side that I haven't done yet, and we'll try it over there. This way we can get a little comparison, or at the very least out of this video, what the blue pad did, what a softer pad did with compound, and what an actual orange pad does with compound. Let me set up for that, and let's see. I will say this side, which is, well, it's the left side of the quad. The front of the quad is that way, if you can't tell that. This seems to be like the worst section of at least the rear plastics. The fronts don't look that bad, but there are some like hazy spots that I'm not happy with. So first things first, guys and girls, see, I'm almost forgetting already. Let's go ahead and wipe this down and get any debris off of here. Any debris. I mean, they look good when they're wet. They look good when, maybe we can only ride this quad when it's raining, guys. That's when it'll look good. We'll do the first ride video in like a monsoon. Be sweet. It'll look great. All right, let's remove our blue pad, our soft pad. I am going to the orange pad, which is the stiffest pad, but I went with the egg crate foam, whatever. You know what I'm saying. See it? See the difference? That's what I'm talking about. All right. This is all the little stuff, guys. It's just, and girls, that takes so friggin' long. And I got this problem where I'm just not happy with stuff unless it's exactly what I want. Otherwise, it'll just bother the hell out of me. Let me know if that's how you guys are with stuff too, man. If I'm not going to be satisfied with something, I ain't doing it. You know, it's kind of like my outlook on females. If I can't walk with her through Walmart and not be embarrassed to bump into somebody I know with her on my arm, yeah, there's a lot of other things I can't do with that same female. You know, we're going to go PG here, not going any deeper into that thought of mine. But I think you know what I'm saying. Yes, that is my saying. You may use it. All right, let's give it a shot. What do you think? Don't forget, comment. After we just fling shit everywhere. Sweet. I'm using the same amount of pressure. I'm letting the tool do the work. I mean, I'm putting a slight amount of pressure, but I'm not like digging into the thing, you know what I mean? Same principle, especially with this stiffer pad, guys. You want to keep moving around. Keep moving around. Don't stay stuck in one spot. If this stiffer pad damages these, yeah, a lot of work. I'm gonna end up having to sand these out, and since they're black plastics, probably all the way up to 2000 grit sandpaper, wet sanding, and then do this all over again. Alright, so guys, same thing, real time, not skipping through, so you can see exactly how long each panel is taking. No, we're not going to do every panel together in this video, but, you know, it should give you a good reference point. I really hope this works. If you look closely, I mean, you guys don't have the same angle, like with the light reflection that I do, but you can almost see it taking the marks out. Some spots are a little deeper than others. Same thing though, you want to keep moving. Yes, it is working. It is working. And I think this is my older Dremel Versa. I can already feel it getting weaker. Found my polishing tool though. We will go to a larger tool. Using a more powerful tool might help too, guys and girls. Alright, let's go ahead and do one more side to side swipe, and then we'll let this dry and see where that took us to. You can almost see the difference in the using the egg foam style. You see the way the swirls are left behind. It's not obviously not a smooth swipe, if you will. Alright, I said one more. What am I doing? I'm getting carried away. That's what I'm doing. Alright. Let me, I'm going to cut the camera right here, guys and girls. Jesus. And I'm going to let this dry for, same as before, like 5 to 10 minutes. I'll turn it back on, and we'll wipe this off together and see where we're at. Ding! I think it's done, hopefully. Alright, let's start wiping some of this off, guys, and see if this got any better. It definitely did get better. It definitely did. Alright. Wow, this stuff is taking forever to haze over so I can wipe it off of here. Jesus. Sheesh. Alright. Let me fold this up a little bit here. Come on, damn it. Wipe off of there. It's just smearing around on us. But you can see we are on the right path. I don't know if you guys can. Let me take you off the tripod here. Actually, hold on. Let me wipe this down a little bit more. Let me grab my next drier towel here. After a while, guys, they kind of get a little damp with doing this, and they don't wipe off as good as they should. Alright. So, yes, we have a haze, but I gotta run through a polishing too. So, I mean, you guys, guys and girls, what the hell, Matt? Get with it. You can see it took a lot of those marks out. You can still see the compound is still not completely dry. It's still on there, as you guys can see. Let's see here. How do I spell my name? Oh yeah. We got GarageMC, you know, so you can see that stuff. It's just so cold out here. This is just not a good time to be doing this. It's just going to make it take that much longer. Maybe a heat gun would help, but I don't really feel like adding another step into this. So it will dry on its own. It's probably just going to need one more wipe down. So I'll wait for it to dry. I'll wipe this down. I'll pick back up with you guys. I could still see, where is it? Yeah, I could still see those marks here, but they definitely lightened up. Let me see if we can wipe that down a little bit. See if I can get you guys a good angle there. Yeah, you can still see those marks. That sucks, man. It's going to be a lot of work to get these to what I'm going to be happy with anyway. Yeah, I could probably just, you know, shoot it in a little dimmer light and it would look good to you guys, but, you know, I don't like, if something's not right, I'm going to tell you guys. We're not, you know, we're not here trying to deceive anybody, make anything look like something it ain't. That's for damn sure. Alright. It's wiping off. We'll let it dry a little bit. I'll pick back up with you guys and you guys and girls, and we'll see where we're at. But you get the point of what's going on here. Let me try it with a little polish, and we'll see if we can get that looking something acceptable. I'm not happy with it though. I'm definitely not happy with it. Stick around a little bit longer, guys and girls. We're gonna get one of these spots looking like brand new, and I know what you're thinking, like, yeah, these are brand new plastics. Yes, they've been kicking around for a while here at the house, but they stayed in the bag. They didn't get just like tossed around or anything. They were in one spot the whole time. They didn't get moved around and rubbed up on. This is how I received them. So, you know, moral to the story is it, even if these are cheaper than buying them directly, is it worth the extra time to make it look what it's supposed to be, you know? I guess the real question is, what is your time worth? You know, so anyway, all right, let me let that dry a little bit more, and we'll pick back up and move to the next step. All right, that stuff finally dried, and I wiped it off. So let's take a look at it real quick. We still got another step we could do. It's starting to come together. It's starting to be what I want it to be, though. So, all right, let's take a quick peek. So, she shined up a little bit. I didn't put any polish or anything on this yet, and I just stopped, like, at this, like, I guess you can call this, like, the number plate section. I'm pretty much just concentrating on that just to show you guys, like, what I'm doing here. Obviously, excuse me. Obviously, that still has the haze on it. I just kept wiping and wiping and wiping and wiping. So, it looks good at first glance. Can you still see those marks, though? And the answer is still very, very faintly. So, I could probably, yeah, like, so you can still see, like, a, what is that? Yeah, wow, the camera's picking it up even better. Yeah, you can still see a few little hazy spots and stuff like that, but it's coming there. It's getting there, I mean. So I'm going to keep working on this, but you guys see what's going on here. I'm going to try putting some of this on it, see if we can get a little mirror glaze, but this isn't going to be the final product of this. So we're just messing around together in the garage here. So you guys can see all the little stuff that goes into doing this to get a quality product in the end. It's a lot of little stuff. It's a lot of little stuff. Like, everything, man. I got so much time invested into prepping and polishing and refurbishing. And, yeah, a lot of this stuff on this quad is brand new. A lot is. You're probably asking yourself, why are you polishing the plastics, Matt? You didn't even build the engine yet. Well, because the engine has to go and get vapor blasted and milled out, like I told you earlier in the video. So this is stuff I'm going to have to do anyway, so I'd rather have this done. In our next video, as a matter of fact, I have to fit the 450R hood. So this hood is for a 450R, if you can't obviously tell that. So this is a 400ex. So this hood does not go on this quad. So I want to get it to where, like, you see that contour on the side where the hole is, where the plastic rivet goes. I want to get that lined up to where the edge of it is level, like where the fender wraps around. I'm sorry, I only got one hand here. So like this contour here of the red, I want it to match up and look like it flows in to that fender piece very well. And also right at that point, getting the fender up that high, it goes up far enough to meet up and cover up like this part of the 400ex plastics. Obviously, if you had stock plastics, you'd have the bug eyes here, or if you had a newer, like 05 and up, you got it looks like a 04, 05 450R headlight, like with the two peaks on it. Probably be a lot easier to put one of these hoods on one of those, since the panel that goes on that is very similar, if not the same as a 450R from 04, 05. That's on the 05 and up 400ex. But this is not that. So, those are the things we have to do. So, our next video on this will be trimming and fitting this 450R hood on a 400ex. One of my main things about putting this hood on here, one, it just looks sick, and it completes the whole red, you know, it looks like a racing stripe down the whole quad, a little contrast to it. But these two grills here, I want those to be functional, because on the 400ex, let me put this down real quick. On the 400ex, you guys know you have your oil cooler that gets bolted up to these two tabs up here. So the oil cooler is all the way up here. So if you can see like where that is, like with the nose of the plastic, you know, it's not really getting much airflow. Yes, I have a set of those aluminum shrouds, but I really don't know if I like those on the quad. But I want to have the hole cut through here, because the bottom of the oil filter, or oil cooler, excuse me, is about there on the quad. So you're not getting any airflow. So with this trim back for the hood to fit there, and then those vents there, it's going to get good amount of airflow through it. So that's my whole idea with that. Other things to do with this quad. I want you guys to let me know down in the comments. I have the Lone Star swing arm, since everything on this whole quad is like Lone Star, all the hard parts. Anyway, if you're new to the channel, please go back, check out some of my older videos, guys. There's like over 100 uploads, but we got the Lone Star A-arms, Lone Star steering stem, Lone Star bar riser clamps, Lone Star hubs, front and rear, Lone Star subframe. If you guys are familiar with the 400ex, you know that the 400ex has the grab bar is part of the subframe. Well, not on the Lone Star subframe, and it also, when you use the Lone Star subframe, sorry, there's no where to mount the battery, so it deletes all that. So this will look all super clean back here. The battery gets relocated into this CFM airbox, which actually is another thing I have to prep. I gotta get all those stickers off of there. I gotta clean the aluminum and polish it. Here's other stuff we have for this quad. Alba bead locks, front and rear, and matching all 4 ambush tires. Those are going on there. They're going on the Lone Star hubs that are front and rear. It's getting all streamlined brake lines, streamlined brake rotors, streamlined brake levers, or brake lever and clutch lever. The engine is going to be all vapor blasted, and then I'm going to seal it. So my question to you guys is, in the meantime, since I did not get my Lone Star swing arm back yet, not yet, I have an OEM 400ex swing arm, which, guys, the Lone Star swing arm is like that much longer than the 400ex swing arm, the OEM one, and it's like triple the weight. It's super heavy. Not a fan of it, like the weight of it anyway. But should we get the rear swing arm vapor blasted so it looks like just straight bare aluminum? It'll look real nice and shiny. You guys know what vapor blasting looks like, right? Okay. Or should I just, for temporary use till I get the Lone Star, should I do this in black epoxy? So it's just like, everything's just black. A-arms, frame, subframe, swing arm, everything will just be black. I have polished XFR skid plates that are also going on this, the whole underbelly and the swing arm. So swing arm skid plate, it doesn't matter if I paint or epoxy it. It's not going to get really ruined. If it would have chipped the paint that I put on it, would have probably chipped the powder coat anyway. So all right, everyone, I'm going to go ahead and conclude the video. Well, I'm going to conclude it in a couple minutes. This video was just to let you guys know where we're standing with the 465. I pulled everything off the shelves, so I'm going to set this all up and make it look all presentable, and we're going to get a thumbnail out of it. And I'm also going to, while I have it all set up, we're going to walk through and look at all these parts, because it's been a while, and a lot of you guys are new to the channel, guys and girls. I want you guys to see everything that we have that's going in this build, so you can see what direction we're going with this. Those of you that are my OG subscribers, you guys already know. Also, another thing, big shout out to a subscriber, Cedric. I got you offered to send me a reverse lever with the cable and the bracket and everything for the Raptor 660, and I just got that yesterday. So big shout out to you, bro. I'm going to shoot you out some stickers. Appreciate that very much. Thank you. Anyway, all right, let me waste about 3 hours setting everything up just so I can clean it all back up, just so we can look at it and get a good thumbnail. Don't leave yet. Okay, I got there is a ton of stuff all over the place, and I just wasted a ton of my time just to get a thumbnail. This isn't even all of it, guys. So, you know, we'll talk about the rest of it here in a second, but go ahead and enjoy this little shot here. All right, so I got the quad set up, and you know, started getting a little carried away, and then I got a little bit more carried away. And then after that, I went ahead and got a little bit more carried away. And then at that point, I was like, hey, why not? You know what I mean? So, this isn't all of it. This, believe it or not, this is not all of it. Actually, this wasn't a waste of my time. I really got to go through this and make a checklist and make sure that there is nothing that I am forgetting, because it's going to be that one part that stops me from doing something, and I don't like that. Anyway, there wasn't enough space, even on the floor, to lay out all of these OEM Honda parts. Like, it is just, there's These are bags filled with bags, all OEM, even brand new neutral wire, all kinds of stuff. All the dowel pins for the whole engine. When it comes to engine internals, I'm not a fan of like, we even got the OEM clips for the plastics. Like, yeah, I know it's getting a little ridiculous. Like, this is everything for the shifter or the shifter, even a new shifter shift shaft, all kinds of stuff. I mean, even down to the fuel line, OEM from Honda. Even though I'm probably not gonna be able to use this with the 450R carb, but I think I know where there's a couple extra 400EXs that I might need this for one day. Nor are we gonna end up using this OEM seat bracket. But here is the alloy bolts kit minus these ones here. These are, this is a separate kit. This is like the whole engine kit. These are to put the two cases together. All stainless steel Allen head. Stainless steel exhaust studs for the header. This is all the alloy bolts kit. It's like I don't even know how many pieces comes in it. It's like 600 and something nuts and bolts and washers and everything. Like, here's just a little overview, guys. We're not going to talk about every single one of these, but there's even more that I had to order that I forgot. Those 12-point foot peg stainless steel bolts for the foot pegs. Even though you're not going to see them, I used them on the 450R, so instead of just scavenging stuff back off of that, I just ordered another set. We got the Mod Quad thumb throttle for the 400EX thumb throttle. Mod Quad billet dipstick. We got the 2-piston calipers for the front that I recoated. There's the rear one with the Lone Star block-off plate. This is like, here you go. There's another Lone Star block-off plate because I forgot that I bolted it on there, so I bought another one. That's not a big deal. They're only like 15 bucks. All right, so next stuff. We have the rear rotor streamline. We have the all four. Here's the rear. There's the other front with the streamline rotor, the other front with a streamline rotor, and the knuckle that I did in black epoxy. These outer engine covers, they're going to get vapor blasted along with the cases, which are right there on top of that little crate. Yeah, don't even look at that thing. It's just nightmare. We have Tusk gas cap. We have from the the billet brake line clamps for our Streamline red braided brake lines, plus 2-inch. We also have the rear. I have it draped over the tire there, Streamline braided. Motion Pro clutch cable, 2 inches longer, and a Motion Pro throttle cable, but for a 450R carburetor. We're putting a 450R carb. There's the CFM oil tank with the vent tubes. I still have to sandblast that and polish that, but you know, we don't need that anytime soon yet. Of course, my favorite, ODI lock-on grips. We have the ambush tires with the Team Alba Racing bead locks. If you guys don't know yet, go ahead and visit teamalbaracing.com and use my promo code GMC10. Get yourself 10% off your whole order. One thing, 10 things, everything, whatever. 10% off. Also, same promo code for BPR ATV. We'll talk about what I got from them in a second. Also, 10% off. BPRATV.com. GMC10 is the promo code. eBay axle carrier. Never had a problem with them. I will continue to run them until I do. Lone Star double locking axle nut with the brake rotor hub. We've seen all this. I have some random M6, M8, M4 anodized red hardware in case I could use it anywhere. We have our Empire Industries exhaust, full exhaust, stainless steel. It's already heat wrapped. Let's see, what else do we have here? CFM airbox that I was telling you guys about. K&N air filter to go in there. Let's see, what else do we have out here? Wiseco billet clutch basket. Wiseco extra thick timing chain. Wiseco clutch. Heavy duty Moose Racing clutch springs. I have an aftermarket head with the rocker cover that I'm going to port and polish. That's also going to get vapor blasted. A couple more things to note. You guys have seen it already. Brand new OEM red Honda seat. OEM red gas tank cover. The 4Works hood. And obviously the black plastics that we were working on in the beginning of the video. Actually, getting kind of happy with the outcome of that. Other stuff that didn't make it into the pile over there, Kibble White head studs, my favorite. A extremely clean oil cooler with no bent fins. I'm gonna actually put this in the shot for the thumbnail. That is the Lone Star Excalibur axle. Let's see here. We got all of our oil seals for the engine. The stainless steel tie rods for the Lone Star A-arms. Other stuff I still have to kind of polish up is the rear caliper stay. I have all my little hardware that came with all the stuff that we got for the quad. I also have XFR Nerf bars. I'll pull those out and show them to you guys real quick. I have a video unboxing the 465EX kit from BPR ATV. So go back and check that out, guys. I'm not going to pull that out yet because it's all wrapped up and sealed up real tight, obviously to keep air and moisture away from it and everything like that. XFR skid plates, full underbelly and the skid plate for the swing arm. What did I miss here? What did I miss? Oh, there goes something falling. Sweet. The BFE team chromoly tie rod ends. There is the rear linkage for the shock for the rear. Have a video rebuilding that. That has all brand new bearings in it. Also have brand new OEM from Honda, the little metal sleeves that go into the bearings that the bolts go through. Those are also there. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much all of it. Let me show you guys the XFR Nerf bars. Actually, I have them packed away. I have a video, when we wrapped the Empire Industries exhaust, I have a video. One of you guys asked me to make a video on lacing the netting on Nerf bars. So go check that video out too, guys. It's the video on the Nerf bars, the exhaust, and also the video unboxing the 465EX kit. If you guys want to know in a little bit more detail everything that's going in here. Stage 2 hot cam. It's 10.5 to 1 compression JE piston. 465 stroker crank, obviously. Yeah, that's all the stuff, guys. So I'm trying my best here to get this going as fast as I can. I'm not going to cut any corners, so you're gonna have to have a little patience with this one. I got a lot of money in this, as you can see, so I'm gonna take my time with this. Everything's gonna be dead perfect on it. There's gonna be no corners cut, no bolt that was not refinished that I had to reuse, like the 4 bolts that hold the subframe to the main frame. Can't find those in Allen Head, so I had to snag them out of my 400EX junkyard that I own. It's not a real thing, it's just where I keep a bunch of quads. But yeah, all that little stuff, guys. There'll be no stone left unturned on this. So, thank you guys for staying through the whole video. Cedric, big shout out to you. Other comments that stick out, guys, like I said, I read and answer all of them. John Bruzy, I read all your comments. You already know, man. Me and you have conversations daily in the comments section. Guys, don't be afraid. Jump down there, guys and girls. Jump down there, throw your comment in. I will answer you, usually within the same day, if not within 30 minutes. I have it linked to my phone, so I know exactly as soon as I get a comment. If I'm not busy, I read it and I answer it. Anyway, all right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. If you made it this far, write sweet, or write can't wait for the 465, which all you guys are writing anyway, because I can't wait either. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for joining me. Peace.